Hey guys, welcome to the third RevGlue webinar. Thank you for joining us. So before we get started, as a very quick introduction, we recorded this the day before Instagram changed their rules. They changed their functionality just slightly, but it's had a massive impact. So in the discussion points before the demonstration, what you'll see is myself and Adil talking about the fact that Instagram has so many limitations. You can only have one link and that's in your profile. That's actually changed now. Instagram have changed it globally so that you can have links in your stories. So what it means is that some of the discussion points are very slightly out of date, but the tool sets that we offer are still incredibly relevant. In fact, even more so. Hopefully you'll find this useful. Thanks again for joining us.
Hello everyone, I'm Adil Farooq, CEO and founder of RevGlue.com. We are back here again with another webinar today, and that we run every Thursday at 3 p.m. And every Thursday we have a new topic, and we try to help affiliates and publishers to monetize their websites, blogs, or social media channels. This week, first of all, we have Sean Carter with us. Thank you, Sean, for being with us.
Hey guys, right.
So let's start with some basic questions first, and I think Sean can answer those very easily. So, Sean, what is influencer marketing in a nutshell?
Oh God, in a nutshell, you mean you don't want me to go on for 15 minutes about it?
No.
Okay. Okay. Influencer marketing is anyone who has a following on some kind of social media platform, be it Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, etc. If you have followers, then you can be an influencer and you can do marketing. That's as simple as it is. Doesn't matter how many followers.
Right. Okay. What's the difference in influencer marketing and social media marketing? Some people confuse them with each other.
It's easy to be confused. I mean, be honest with you, sometimes even I feel that the line is completely blurred. Social media marketing would be more in an official capacity. So it would be a company advertising whatever service they offer. Whereas influencer marketing is, they're not necessarily a company in themselves, although they can be considered a brand. Influencer marketing is it's kind of more bespoke. People will do what they want to do. People will post about their own interests, and that may sometimes align with a company or a type of service.
Right. Okay. Interesting. So, but both of them, the social media marketing and influencer marketing, they both happen to have. I mean, they get engagement on the social media channels, for example, Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat. Today, we are specifically going to talk about Instagram, which is one of the biggest social media channel in the world. There are about 1.4 billion actually users on Instagram. That's a huge number, over a billion.
It's staggering amount of people.
Exactly. And I think out of those, 180 million Instagrammers are from India, the biggest user, and 170 are from USA. So within USA, 170 million people actually use Instagram on daily basis, and most of them actually are aged between 18 and 35. So quite a lot of young generation actually use Instagram. Why Instagram is so popular, Sean, between this age group?
I don't know. I mean, I know it was bought back in 2012 by Facebook. They obviously saw the promise in it. I feel like, I mean, to me, and this is just my own perception, I feel like it's more of an instant win for people. You know, apparently the stat that I read is that people will spend, up to around an hour a day on average, literally just scrolling, and yeah, just scrolling, liking, not even really engaging to any major extent. And I think that's the difference for me. The difference is on Facebook, it's kind of family and friends, and you engage and you comment. It's a little bit more in depth, whereas Instagram is more immediate. It's more just picture. You just get an image. That's it. There's very little way in the way of description or context. It's just image, 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 and that's based on that kind of creates the story within itself.
Yes. In 2019, according to the statistics, basically 50% Instagrammers actually went through influencer marketing. So influencer marketing basically grew 50% in 2019. And that's where we need to understand in this webinar that how these influencers actually make money? How do they monetize the posts, the videos they have, and what sort of normal scenario they like to follow, or they would like to cut the corners and go to the brands or stores basically to get help, so they can help them in terms of monetization. What are the main ways at the moment you see for influencers basically, which they kind of use for monetization?
So this kind of ties into the question I was gonna fire at you today.
Right.
So the main ways at the moment for again, to my mind, is Instagram. It's very limited. It's very limited in terms of the ways you can monetize on Instagram. Whereas Facebook, there's a lot of options, and it's a lot more simple. With Instagram, you have one link, one link that can take you outside of Instagram. I mean, for every single post, you can hashtag and you can @ different accounts, but that is keeping you within the Instagram ecosystem. In order to monetize, realistically, what you need to do is have one of your followers act on something you've done. So if you're sponsored, that would be, I feel, the main way at the moment to be monetized. If you get a sponsor, if you've got 1 million followers, then people will be approaching you, no doubt, or you can approach other brands for a sponsorship. You can be paid a flat fee and you promote their product, or you are pictured with their product and you get paid. That is really as technical as it gets.
Yes.
For the majority. I think that there are other ways and means, and this is what I wanted to ask you, Adil, about, if you don't mind. I feel like the big Instagrammers don't need help with this. They've got the sponsorships, they've got their brand, they've got their plan, you would think. Now, for anybody else, anybody with 100 followers, 1,000 followers, 10,000 followers even, my belief is that they will struggle to secure sponsorships, because there's so many different accounts out there. So someone with that kind of following, you would think that those people are engaging with your posts every day. You're putting pictures up every day. How would you go about monetizing it? How do you actually go about it in a simple way, given that you've only got one link in your profile that you can use for advertising purposes?
Yes, we have been researching on that a lot, actually. And especially a nano influencer, for example, anyone who has anything between 1,000, maybe 5,000 subscribers, if his channel is in a very niche market, very niche product, and the users are very kind of relevant to his product or service, or the niche he is in, basically, actually he can actually provide better return for investment for all the brands he's working with. So it really depends on what sort of users you have, first of all, what sort of engagement you can generate. But in terms of monetization, there are many ways, as you already mentioned. First is the sponsorship. So if someone is praising about a particular product, he can actually find the relevant products, or or similar products, and then he can go around and find out the brands and contact them, and basically put his proposals through on a sponsorship model, on a fixed post model, or on the other way, he can actually go into the affiliate networks trying to find the products or deals which are available. He can go into other networks which are kind of CPC based as well. Maybe he can get some deals from there. But again, there's a lot of research that the influencer has to do to find out the relevant product or service he needs to promote.
Yeah.
Because it really comes down to what sort of user base he has. Because if his user base is not relevant, they will not click on the product, they will not like the product, they will not appreciate the ad. So in that case, he's actually losing the interest of his users. So I think it's very important to understand, if you are a boxer, or if you are a celebrity, or if you're a fashion blogger or travel blogger, or if you're a foodie, so what kind of users you have, and then based on that, I think it makes it a lot easier then to go and find the deals. But yes, it does. But again, not everyone is going to accept you straight away if you have got a low return on investment. If you're not done particular deals, with other, for example, brands in the past that you can show in examples. So yes, initially it would be a bit difficult, but there is actually another easy way to do that, rather than going to the brand straight away and say, look, I've got 10,000 users in the particular niche. You have the relevant product or service. Can we work together? And maybe they'll say, no, come back to us when you have 20,000, 30,000, and 50,000. So
Exactly.
you never know. So in that case, maybe this brand or this retailer has an affiliate program, and that can be open up to you as well. So you can go and join the affiliate program on the network or through a sub network, where they can actually manage the technology and the tracking and everything for you, even the relationship signing, the contracts with the brand. And then you can simply use the link or the inventory they provide to you, for example, the banners, the product images, the links, descriptions. So you can utilize that to create a campaign.
So this is the tricky bit for me. So say, for example, an influencer does do the legwork to go and find an affiliate network, find a brand that they feel aligns with their personal brand, and then they even manage to get accepted onto the program, which is tricky. It's becoming more common, but I know historically I'd say that influencers and affiliate marketing didn't necessarily go hand in hand that much. There's a lack of understanding from brands. Obviously that's turning around now as influencer marketing becomes more prevalent. But assuming that everything goes right, assuming that you found a network, you've found a brand, you've been accepted onto the brand, you've got access to their links, it still only leaves you really with one option. And that would be, again, to my mind, every single post you make. So imagine you're doing, one post a day. A lot of people do a lot more than that, but if you do one post a day, that means every day you have to change the link in your profile.
Exactly.
And what if somebody comes to a post that you did a week ago? What if they haven't kept up with their scrolling for the last few days, and they find a product on your feed that they really like, but that link has disappeared? So yes. I mean, how would you manage that?
Yes, for that purpose, basically, the platform RevGlue we offer a module which can actually help you manage that expectation that you can have separate links to every single post. And how would you do that? I think it would be great if I just share my screen here and show you some examples. Let's go to some examples to make it more easy to understand. Right. OK, so here you can see Mr. Habib. So he has 31.2 million followers. So he's a mega star. And let's look at some of the options he has over here. First of all, he's got a link here, gmt.io. So if we click on that, where does it take us? Seems like some tracking or marketing agency. Basically, he's given the link to a company. He's probably monetizing it through them.
So that's got to be some kind of sponsorship, I assume.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So he has given the main link of his Instagram post, which actually subscribed by 31.2 million followers, and how a sponsorship link, how much he's charging for those. But look at the post as well. Some of them, if he's really monetizing any posts there. So most of them are from his friends, drinking. So it's got drinks, but he's actually using some sponsorship elements here as well. So for example, over here, he's some property business here, some drinks, here watches, so luxury watches as well. So let's have a look at that. So he's actually promoting this watch. It's a short video, and on the right side he says so it's a Jacobando. So if I click on that, basically it would take me probably to their own Instagram page.
I would assume it'll be their Instagram from there.
It's not really helping them monetize it, but actually it's just helping them to get more subscribers maybe on the website over here. But then they have to click over here, go to the website, and then actually find the product they were liking on Habib's page, which I'm lost now. Which watch was it? So in that case, I have to do a bit more research over here, go to the website, find the product and buy. So exactly. I think it should have been a lot more easier.
It's not very efficient, is it? And also that kind of post doesn't really benefit him other than the basic level sponsorship. If he's received some money for that, then great. But if he hasn't, then there's no benefit to him to doing that, really.
Yes, I think because he's probably on a sponsorship agreement with them on a fixed post, but I don't think he's earning anything on a CPA model over here in that particular case. So if we look at some of the other posts as well, let's go through that. So over here, he's helping promote Wahid.Khabib. I think there's some financial company, I know them. Again, the same brand. Some nutrition brand as well, some clothing brands. So he's been sponsoring a lot of different brands, here and there on his channel, on Instagram over here. Again, I think he is sponsoring a lot of actually here. Another brand, which is energy drink. So a short video and then again link to their Instagram page somewhere in Russia, I think. Yeah. So this is very common. This is very common with the big celebrities. Anyone who has over 10 million, for example, followers, and brands normally come to them if the person is relevant for them because he's a sports celebrity. All the sports brands will come to him and say, look, we would like to promote our brand. You have the right type of users, followers who can actually become our customers. So over here, he has pH water. He has the protein bars as well. Another one. So you can see that he's doing quite a mix, a range of promotions here. Let's look at another one. So we got another example, Mr. Cristiano Ronaldo. He has 360 million followers.
That's insane.
So he has a maximum.
That's just insane.
Exactly. So imagine that, if we put a post up there, for example, this is the product post up here. So he's using that product, which is some kind of recovery hardware tool. So his ad is there, and then again he's redirecting users onto their page. Great, but that's what they can do, because there's a limitation from Instagram. They cannot actually post the direct links of the products. I think Instagram doesn't want people to just spam with the links for the products and services in there because that's not their aim. But again, the brands are actually looking for monetization. The influencers are looking for monetization, and they will find a way to do that. For example, the ad is there, but they can redirect them onto their Instagram, pages where the users can actually go. For example, if I do that, again, the same thing would happen. The product I'm looking at, for example, if I like that product, I'm going to click on it, and I'm here. What will I do now?
Exactly. What do you do now? So then you have to leave Instagram and you have to go to another web page. You have to look it up manually.
Exactly.
Or you have to go to their profile page and follow that link. It's all very inefficient. It's not in terms of like a customer journey. I'd say that's a bad one. It's not ideal. If somebody sees something they really want or they want to engage with, and then they have to click 3, 4, 5 times before they find what they're looking for.
Even I'm not on the brand website over here, but other thing I have to do, if I'm a bit more techie, I'll just copy that, and then probably go on Google and find it. But maybe I'll click on a different campaign, on a paid campaign of this brand, maybe a search campaign over there, and then their tracking will identify as a referral basically from a different campaign.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It's very difficult to know if the user actually initially was attracted from an Instagram post. So
exactly. I mean, in that sense, they probably get a feel for, like, anecdotally, that it's done well, because what will happen is he'll post a picture and then they'll get a spike in traffic, or you would expect so. But again, making it an accurate reality to say, right, this post resulted in X amount of revenue, which is what they need to do in order to justify the sponsorship, it's going to be very difficult for them to do that.
Exactly. Here is another one, but here they have the link. It's a hair transplant company. I think Ronaldo used them. So again, same element over here, even though there is a link in here, but that's on the image, you kind of click on it.
Yeah.
So it would have been a lot easier if there was a ability to put a link here on the image as well from Instagram. It would have been a lot easier for influencers to monetize it, especially through affiliate marketing, where they wish to earn commission for every single sale. So but in that case, it seems more like a sponsorship deal. But again, tracking is very important an element. So I think influencers would also like to know that how many users actually view the ad, for example, over here. They can probably do that from here as well. But how many people actually clicked on it? How many people actually bought the product? So a lot more detailed e-commerce tracking built in there. That could have been done through affiliate marketing or third-party technology. But the thing is, Instagram is not actually providing the facility to even post the links in there. And that's the reason that user will get confused, go to the retailer Instagram page, and the product they're looking for, the service they're looking for, is not there, or maybe it's there, but between 10,000 other services, they have to find it. Then they'll just lose interest at that point.
Yeah, especially with a retailer, it's not so bad when it's a service-led type of organization like that. But what if it's a retailer and there's a specific product and they sell thousands, it makes the customer journey a nightmare.
Exactly. So yeah, I mean, the big influencers normally have, the normal social post in there, but also time to time, after like 10, 20 posts, you can see that they're actually monetizing it, and that's how they make lots of money.
The reality is the big influencers, the real big boys and girls like this, they don't need to work so hard really to make it work for them. Ultimately, they will be getting chased. The chances are they have a management team who negotiate the deals for them. They will get paid what they're worth, or you would hope so. But for the smaller boys and girls who've got 1,000 to 10,000 followers, they, I think, are going to struggle. Chances are, if they do approach a brand, then the brand might take advantage of them. They might offer them a flat fee that's nowhere near worth what the types of revenues that they can drive. So there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way, a more efficient way.
Exactly. And also with Habib and with Ronaldo and Cristiano Ronaldo, I don't consider them as influencers. Basically, they are sports celebrities. They are stars anyway.
Yes.
And that's the reason they are not really here to monetize their ads, but still they do it sometimes because they're getting the right deals from the brands. But we have to look at the actual influencers. Basically, the full job is actually to increase the user base over here. They are not on other channels. They are not sports celebrities. For example, one of them is here called Farah Hassan. She's from Dubai, and she actually endorses a lot of products and services from Dubai. So she's one of the right kind of influencer with nearly 500,000 followers. So here she's endorsing the products. And then here are the links. You want to view those products, and you can go there because I use them, and they're one of the perfect. So the ads, or they're creating their own ads basically. So it's not provided by the brands. So they have to find the brand, or maybe endorse a brand, but they're creating their own content, publishing. They're getting the user base, but they are not kind of film stars or celebrities or sports celebrities. So these are the kind of people who are the right kind of customers. Because if you look at the post over here, every second post is actually monetized, and they only put the post up there when they actually want to promote something. For example, over here, look at that one. So suit is from Zara, bag is from here, heels, jewelry, management. So every single thing she's holding or wearing basically is being promoted, and that's the aim of influencers, because the user types she probably has, which we can just assume the 400,000 followers she has basically are women, interested in brands from the UAE. So that's the kind of, even though she's got some personal elements in there as well as some personal posts, but most of the posts are related to fashion, beauty, and she's endorsing the brands. And that's how she's looking for actually, more offers, more brands to sign contracts. But again, she's not really monetizing them, not all of them actually, through affiliate marketing. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to use for us profile on Instagram, and I'm going to show that how effectively, or another way basically, we can use RevGlue tool to monetize it. So let's look at the link she has over here. So she has, first of all, put a link here, which is a main link. So 400,000 people can view that link on her page at the top. And over here, she has one page. So on this page, she has got further links to other websites. She's working with TikTok page as well. She's got Sephora. Sephora is a fashion and beauty brand, and she's working with them. So she's got sponsorship agreement with Sephora, for example, and there is a specific page for her. So she's actually endorsing the products.
You can tell from that URL that it's being tracked. So they are, at least for it, this is a better example of one way you can go about it, because that's tracked, which means Sephora are then able to put a distinct return on investment for whatever sponsorship deal they've got.
Yes, and this deal seems like a CPA deal, cost per acquisition, rather than a fixed amount of deal there. So this one's more like, if you buy the product, we'll give you commission. Send us customers, they kind of buy products and services we have, you're endorsing, and then we pay you commission. So you earn commission every single sale, which is actually great. So she is using Sephora, but again, she's now limited to the products and services sold by Sephora now. Now, what if she wants to work with all the retailers in her country or wherever she's promoting it, and she wants to work with 10 different retailers and manage the products herself and link maybe the product she's wearing 3 or 4 different products. Maybe this product is from store A, this product from store B. So she could be able to do that. At the moment, she hasn't done that because she hasn't got the facility. And that's what we're going to show you users today, influencers, so how you could effectively do that through RevGlue. So let me just quickly show you that. So if you register on RevGlue, it's free. And in the publisher tools, again, this module is totally free to use it for influencers. So we have a module called RevImage, which is specifically built for Instagrammers. So I'm going to click on my RevImages. I'm going to click on search. By the way, I've already created 3 images for particularly this Instagrammer for just to save time. But you can always click on create new image and then upload the image and then tag it. But what I'll do, the image I've already created. So I took a couple of images from for us Instagram post just to show an example. So I've created 3 different images. So if I click on edit for this one, so you can see I took one image, bring it in here, and then I can click on the product, and then I can find the product from a database and tag it. So let me just do another one. So if I, for example, click on the hair color or something, so it's not the best example, but let's try. So I've got hair color products here. So maybe she can say, I'm using this hair color product on my hair. So we found all the products which are available, hundreds of them. So I'm just going to tag one of them. So I'm going to click on mark this one, please. And it's been marked now. So I can see all my marked product over here. Number 1, this one, number 2 is this product down here. I can remove those and go back to the ad and tag more. Now I have different positions. I've given a title. I've got different positions: shop on the image, shop on pop-up, or shop under image. I've got different styles, textures for the button and for the numbering. And then that's it. The image has been created. I can save it. Let me just preview it. So if I preview it, so this one is actually using shop under image. So, and that's why the information is shop under the image. So I can click on that and it will send me to the retailer. Even though the content creators like bloggers can take the piece of code, put it on the blog, and rather than saying, buy now from here, links here, they can actually automate that. The user can click on that and go to the retailer to buy the product. Now, Farah, for example, in this example, she's not limited to Sephora only. She can actually tag products from multiple retailers. All the products she's wearing it, and there are specific links actually in there which you can use it, and users can click on it and they'll go to the retailer, for example, and they will buy the product and Farah will earn the commission. So very simple CPA model. Let me show you, for example, if I go back to that and click on shop on image option, preview it, and then it shows a pop-up, very nice pop-up basically on the top. So if you post this one in your blog or Instagram page, but in the Instagram page, you can't really, put the code in there. But another way, I'll show you how to manage that Instagram kind of e-store for you. Right. So I'm gonna save that. So being a content creator, basically, I can have multiple options in here. So for example, what I could do in her specific example, she could also have another box here like my eShop. And over here on every single post, she can say, OK, if you want to buy that, go to the link on my main page, and there is a link to my eShop, and you can buy from there. Now, how is she going to set up the eShop? That's the trick, but that's very easy actually to do that. So I'll go back to my RevImages. So here I've created multiple images. If I want to put just one image, basically on a simple blog post, I could do that. Take a piece of code, and it will appear with the products I've tagged in there. Another way is if you want to create an e-shop where all the images you're creating in RevImages, you want to bring them as a group, as one, just like over here, Instagram post, you could do that as well. So within this same module, we have another section called My Rev Groups. So I'm going to click on My Rev Groups. And actually, I've already created the one Rev group. You can create any Rev group. I'm just going to go to that one I created. So I'm going to click on Edit just to save time. So here you can select all your Rev images, the images we are creating, how many Rev images, which Rev image you want in the particular group. Just give a title to the group, and then you can move the images up and down any way you like it. And that's it. And then save it. Very simple. And then what happens basically, if you go to your Rev groups, you can actually preview that. So if I preview that, let's see how it looks. Oh, nice. So as you can see here, all these images within the Rev group, they're showing up here. So what Farah could actually have, she could have a nice header, nice footer, which we will also allow actually to do that from the Rev group module shortly. Hopefully next week, we are working on that. But here she could have a simple piece of code basically and on a domain. If she already got a domain, eshop.farah.com, something like that, and she could put this piece of code up there, and then all the images in that group, she's managing it from here and tagging with different stores, all these products and services. She could see all of them over here, and her users now could actually click on that. So she could make that link just posting over here as well, eshop.for whatever it is. And then on every image, you could actually click on that, and users can click and view the products, and they can click on the product and go and buy the product.
So that's actually really efficient, because every single time she took another photo, because obviously she's doing photo shoots to showcase whatever product it is that she's trying to promote. This, the same photo, she can put it on her Instagram and then literally upload it to Rev Image, tag the products immediately, and upload it to her new web shop. And that'll probably take 5 extra minutes, and then it's there for good, and all the monetization links are in place.
Perfect. That's it. So yeah. Simple thing is just create the new image and tag that with your group, which is already there from here. You don't have to update the code. The code is the same. The new image will start appearing over here as you add more images. So it's very dynamic. You don't have to go back to the code again and again. You can just do that from RevGlue. So the beauty of that is basically all your pictures will show up here, and then all the different products you have tagged basically, they are here. So, and you're not limited to one store now. So you can have different products. You can actually look for the products first and create campaigns around it. You have the inventory, for example, and now you can go around and create campaigns. So in the database we have, for example, in RevGlue, we have 100 million products. We kind of aggregate those products from all the major retailers in the UK, ranging from fashion, beauty, electronics, anything. And specifically for the fashion influencers over here. So at the moment, I mean, if she's wearing that, holding the bag, but it's not from Sephora she's working with, then she cannot monetize it. But through RevGlue, she could. So she could find the same bag basically from which retailer and just simply tag it. And users can click on it, and Farah can actually view all her clicks from here. And it's in real time. So the one I just clicked on earlier, hair color, so it's here. And then she could view all of them. And if the user will buy the product, she'll see that converted yes. And as soon as it's converted, she will see the commissions in the commission section. So all the commissions will show up over here, and then she can export that money or ask to pay that money in her PayPal or bank account through RevGlue, which is great. So she doesn't really have to work directly with the retailer and signing the sponsorship deals, finding the products, and working with the technology, working with the tracking, working with the payments, waiting for them to get paid, all that kind of stuff. So RevGlue provides all the service in a package through this module for influencers. So what they could do, any product or service, the pictures they have taken, or even celebrity pictures, they would the bloggers, for example, if they like to talk about celebrity pictures, they can actually use this tool dynamically to monetize those images. See, the aim of this tool is called RevImage, basically convert your normal images into e-commerce images and earn money out of those. And how do you do that? Simply tag the products in the images from our database and simply, put a piece of code on your domain, on your website, and start promoting it. For example, as I mentioned with Farah case, she could have either over here my eShop, for example, or she could have a page up there as next one as my eShop. And then in every post she has over here, if she's monetizing it, if it's not personal post, for example, this product over here, And she could just say that, if she says, go to Sephora, use this code FARA1, that's another way. But she could say that, go to my eShop, and then you can get the link from there, and it will take you directly to the retailer to buy the product. Simple as that.
Yeah, exactly. And then you can basically take your pick of who you want to work with. You don't have to have a sponsorship deal in place. So, while Farah could continue with the sponsorship, I'm assuming it's not an exclusive deal that she's on based on what's on her feed there. But, she could do one image which is part of the sponsorship and continue that. But then the next image, she can monetize it herself, and she can pick and choose what she wants to do. It's a lot more freedom. And also it leaves a legacy as well. That mini e-shop that you're kind of building up, in essence, becomes its own website over time. It will then allow you to build that out over time, and you can start categorizing, and when it's started to prove its worth, that, I mean, in essence, right now you don't have to make very much effort to set that up and get it working for your Instagram right now. But as you start to see some commissions rolling in, you might start to think, you know what, actually, this is working. Maybe it's worth me putting a little bit more effort. Maybe it's worth me adding a few more links and, starting to collect your followers' email addresses so that you can then start an email campaign. This is a very low effort entry way to start kind of affiliate marketing within your Instagram activity without a huge amount of time investment,
Exactly. And the main thing is it's free. For UK influencers, this module, I mean, influencers could be from anywhere, but UK influencers who have the images they wish to convert that, and monetize those on Instagram with the UK retailers and brands, they could do that from RevGlue very easily. So as I mentioned, we have 100 million, worth of products in our database. They can possibly find everything, even down to water bottle. Yeah, it could be anything. And another good thing for small influencers, I mean, if they have to go to the brand for get sponsorship deal, and if they've been declined, this is a way for you to start some monetization, start earning some money, start the momentum, and for every single sale you're earning commissions. And I think which is a great way, which is easier. You don't even have to create register with the affiliate networks. We have done that only before, because now so many affiliate networks have been really strict with influencer campaigns and influencer registrations. They want you to prove that yes, you're the right influencer for them to come on board, and then they will accept you. First, you have to get accepted on the network, and then you have to get accepted on the program.
Yeah, exactly.
And then even on the program, if you're not performing very well, maybe they'll kick you out. Maybe you're not performing now. Maybe you'll start performing after 3 months or 6 months. So yeah, so you kind of minimize all the risk going through RevGlue. So we manage all those expectations with the networks, with the retailers, because what we do, we work with multiple influencers, thousands of them, affiliates, influencers, content creators. So we sort of show them the combined power we have at the bank, buying power. So it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah, it does.
So in that case, this module is great. As I mentioned, we're already working enhancing this module at the moment. So hopefully in the next 2-3 weeks, you'll see a lot more options coming in there. So for example, we are going to add an option where you can actually set the layout very similar to Instagram. So you can have your own header, you can have your own footer in the middle, click on the product rather than taking the next page. You can actually view that as a pop-up. So all these options are coming up in the next 1 or 2 weeks. But I think it's a great tool for influencers, especially in the UK, to start monetizing. It doesn't cost them even a penny. And it's very simple. You don't have to be a techie to do that. It's very, very intuitive, very simple to use the tool.
It's funny because when you showed me this the first time a deal, I was surprised at kind of how easy it is to use, and I didn't really understand why people aren't using this type of option more. You see it on the big influencers, like the examples you just gave me. Even Farah, she's kind of gone the next step. She's set up a basic web page with a few links on it, but again, that's kind of extending the customer journey. It's not particularly efficient. It's better than the alternative, but the way you've just shown is such an easy option to
I think there are
implement,
different views. One view is that most of the influencers, they are not really aware of affiliate marketing. I think that's where a bit of educational element is required in there to teach them what affiliate marketing is, how they can use it to monetize Instagram as well. Secondly, a lot of Instagrammers, you've heard about affiliate marketing, they kind of link it with only Amazon. It's not just Amazon. I know it's big, but there are other options available as well within affiliate marketing. There are SaaS models, there are sub-SaaS networks, and I think some of them, for example, like RevGlue, we offer unique tools to make life easy for social media influencers. Another tool we presented in our last webinar was Rev Social. And if an influencer was to, for example, is on a different social network, wish to find out a product which is promoting it, rather if it's declined, as I mentioned again, if you've been declined for the brand straight away, he can actually find the product from our database, link the product, and then start earning the commissions for every single sale. So yeah, I think it's education element which is required in there. To influencers, because these influencers, as I mentioned, they are not really marketers. I think the only thing they can see, okay, I've got 1 million people or user followers actually on my Instagram page, and now how can I make money? And they type something, they normally find the brand, go and talk to them, tell them, look, I've got 1 million users, do you want them? But actually, it doesn't work that way very effectively all the time. Some brands may accept you straight away, but the earning you have, maybe you only have £500 for the post, and if you have that, the link or the post through affiliate marketing, and maybe you have sent more customers, and potentially you could earn, maybe £50,000. So in that case, I think that they have to do a kind of mix in there to find out where they get the best deal.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, testing is the best way to find out for sure. I think you're right about the education side of things. People not being aware that affiliate marketing is an option when it comes to influencer marketing. I think it's also, chances are there's a lot of people out there who may have heard that and may have heard that link does exist, but it's quite daunting. It's like a whole new type of marketing, and where do I begin? And it isn't actually that difficult. As you've just seen, you can set up an account immediately. You can start tagging images and uploading them immediately. It's 15 minutes of your time. You can set something up as a starting point.
Exactly. And also depends on the type of the product. For example, if you are an influencer and you have a user base with the interest of, let's say, for example, cars. There is one very popular. I like her very much. She's called Super Blondie. She's an Australian influencer based in Dubai, but she has the biggest social media channel for sports cars enthusiasts. And she's the right person to go to big brands like Mercedes, BMW, and find the sponsorship deals, because what she's promoting, even the millions of people are going to look at that video just for the wow factor, just for the brand awareness. But not every single person is going to go and buy the product. We know that. But if you are an influencer like Farah with the perfume or with the product, small product, basically with a wallet, with a bag, and in that case, I think affiliate marketing works very well, because most of the people who are looking at it, product or service you're promoting, they may like to buy that product, basically. They have this buying power. It's only £50 or £100. Yeah, so I think in that case, they will be better off with affiliate marketing.
Yeah, I think anything that can be classed as an impulse buy, something under the £100 revenue mark, it's an easy win. The appetite, especially in certain industries, health and beauty, the appetite is huge. Makeup is, constant purchases going through all day, every day. And if you're promoting something, then it seems a shame for you to lose, in essence, what could be your commission. For the sake of the fact that you're showing off a brand, and you might not have put the right link in the right place. That should be your commission, and it seems a shame to waste it.
Exactly. Right. I think we are done for the day, unless Sean, you have something else to say here.
Nope, I think I'm all done. That was a good showcase, Adil. I'm glad you did the showcase, not me.
And that's great. So we'll be back next week, same time, Thursday at 3 p.m. with a new topic and with the new option, basically, to help affiliates, influencers, mobile developers, basically online publishers who create contents, either as video or anything else. And our aim is to help them monetize these contents they are generating, and how effectively and how easily they could do that. And that's where RevGlue comes in place. And that's where we kind of work with the technologists, with the networks, and with the influencers and affiliates to make this technology easy to use, because we know that, as we mentioned before many times, these affiliates and influencers, the social media publishers, they are not techies, and maybe they don't have knowledge of affiliate marketing, and that's what we need to tell them. Look, there is a better way to monetize the content you're generating, and you can actually earn more money out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's great. Thank you very much for today. Take care. Thank you, Sean.
Take care. See you now. Bye bye.
See you. Bye.